G'day all, welcome back to Dad vs Son with Bob, rubbing up against my leg and having a meow. Okay, we're about to go on with mission 7 of our 1915 German campaign, and we have a scramble. So we have the Tommies coming in against our airfield again. The poo heads, eh? Doesn't matter who it was, I'd still say poo heads. Righto, so we have 3 fighters up with 2 in reserve on the field at the moment against 2 fighters and 2 bombers. And the bombers are not dropping their bombs until the 3rd combat round. So we have a chance to try and knock them out first. Our best fighter has been sent home at the moment to boost morale, and we don't get him back until the next mission, which is a bit of a pain. So let's get into it and see what we're going to do. We don't do a detection check, and we don't do any combat event checks during this. So let's put the enemy out first. So we have Frank, who's a 6, and 6 is 12. Tom, a 6, and 2 is 8. I'm just going to put that die up there so we know when the bombers are dropping. Excuse me. We have the first bomber, which is a 3, and 4 is 7, and the second bomber, a 3, and 3 is 6. Righto. No, because they've got bombs on, so they come down 1. So this 6 becomes a 5 while they still have bombs, and this 7 becomes a 6. I had to remember that. Righto, our blokes. We have Manfred, who is a 6 and 2 and 1 is a 9, and 2 is 11. Jesus Christ. He hasn't been all that great this time. And our other 2, Franz and Kurt, are both straight 6s. So Franz is a 11 as well. And Kurt is a 12. Okay. So first up, I think we'll just do Kurt, and he's going to attack Tom. So he's at 12 to there's 4, which is 3 die. No modifiers. And he gets 1 potential hit. So 1 die 6 and misses, and Kurt flies away. So we have Frank now, who would attack our best person, of course, Manfred. So he gets a 2 die, no modifiers, and he gets 1 potential hit. And it misses, and Frank flies away. So next up is Manfred, who is firing at Tom. And it is 3 away, so he gets a 3 die. And he is plus 3 to his rolls, which gives him 2, 4, 6 potential hits. So 1 die plus 5. 5 and 2 is 7. He only nicks him, but damages him. And then we have Franz doing the same thing. So 3 die, no modifiers. And he gets 2, 3, 4 potential hits. So 1 die plus 3. 3 and 2 is 5, does nothing as well. That's our 3 done, and they all come back down. And we go on to round 2. We get how many planes? We get die 3, so that's 2 plus 2. So we get our 2 planes, and that's it. Righto, so we'll put us out first. We have Manfred, it was a 6 plus 3 is 9, and 5 is 14. That's better. And the rest are all straight 6s. So Kurt is a 12. Franz is an 8. Otto is a 12. And Carl is a 7. And then the enemy, Frank, is a 6, and 2 is 8. Tom is a 4, and 6 is 10. The bombers are 2, and 6 is 8. And 2 and 6 is 8 for the 2 bombers there. Okay, so first up is going to be Ye Olde Baron against Tom. He's 4 away, which gives him 3 die. And he is +3 to his rolls, which gives him 2, 4, 5 potential hits. 1 die +4. 4 and 3 is 7. And Tom is destroyed. Can the Baron upskill? Needs a 6. And he does, and he becomes an ace. And flies away. Next up we have Otto against Frank. So Otto is an 11 to 8 is 3, which gives him 3 die, no modifiers. And he gets 2 potential hits, so 1 die +1 does nothing. And then we have Carl, again, 3 die, no modifiers. He gets 2, 4 potential hits, so 1 die +3. 3 and 3 is 6, and Frank is damaged. And he flies away. Next up we have Franz can't do anything. Frank goes after Carl for 2 die. No modifiers, and gets 2 potential hits, so 1 die +1. Oh, and he damages Carl, and Frank comes away. And then the bombers can't do anything, and they come back down. And Carl comes back down. And we go up to the 3rd, and the bombers can now drop their bombs. So we'll put the enemy out first. So Frank is a 4 and 1 is 5. The first bomber is a 2 +2 is 4, and the other one is a 2 +5 is 7. And then our people go out. We have Manfred, who is a 10 +3 is 13. Otto, 6 +1 is 7. Kurt, 6 +1 is 7. Franz, 6 +5 is 11. And Carl, who is damaged, is a 4 +5 is 9. Now, do we want to get Carl out of there? Let's try. And a 3, and he does. He breaks off. Righto. Okay, so first is going to be Manfred against this bomber. So the bomber's going to fire first at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which gives it 2 die. No modifiers. And that's 2 potential hits. So the +1, 6 +1 is 7, and Manfred is damaged. Okay, so Manfred fires back first. Again, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which gives him 4 die +4. Come on, Manfred. And that gives us 2, 4, 6, 8 hits, which is 1 die +7. 6 and 7, and the bomber is shot down. And Manfred is damaged. So let's turn him over and put him back. Next up is Franz, who goes after Frank, and that is 11 to 5 is 6, which gives him 4 die. No modifiers. And he gets 1 potential hit. He needs a 6 to destroy him, and does not. Next up is Kurt, who's at 1, 2, gets 2 die, no modifiers at Frank, and misses. And then we have Otto, the same again, 2 die, no modifiers. He gets 3 potential hits, 1 die plus 2, and he misses as well. Okay, so we get to, let's put out our airfield. There it is, it's 2. So the first one coming in to attack is Frank. So we have 5 AAA against him, looking for 6s. We get 1 potential hit. We need a 6 to knock him out, and we do not. So Frank will attack. 1, 2, 3 is 3 die, looking for 5s. No modifiers. 1 potential hit. Strafing. Sorry, he's got 1, 2, 3. Indifference, he needs 5 plus. Yep, that was the same, so it didn't matter. And he misses, and Frank flies away. And then we have 5 die against the bomber. We need to knock this bugger down. 6s. And we have 3 6s. So 1 die plus 2. 2 and 2 is 4. Absolutely useless. Okay. And now the bomber comes in with 6 bombs. So the first 3. Bomb and rocket attack. Again, at 2, he needs 5 pluses to hit. He gets 2 hits. Potentially. Well, it's 2 hits. It just depends on how much damage he does. And the others, 5 pluses. Again, he gets 1 more. So it's going to be 3 hits. So 3 die. And he gets a 1, 3, 4. A 1 does 1 damage. A 3 does 3. A 4 does 4. That's 8. So our airfield is damaged. So airfield can come down here like that. And the bomber flies away home. And Frank flies away home. And that is that. So we need to do our damage rolls first. So damage roll check for Carl and then Manfred. Okay, Carl gets a 5. No effect. Aircraft remains in flight. Okay, but then he's going to have a... Well, that's it. So it didn't do anything. No, we're going to do a difficult landing at airfield, aren't we? Let me get this right. No, because we don't do a damage effect. No, because we're over our airfield. That's it. Or do we? I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, so no effect there. So we need to roll 2 die 6. Oops. So this is the damage result. No effect. Aircraft remains in flight. So it's simply a difficult landing at an airfield. I think that's all we really need to do. Yes. Okay, so for Carl, we roll a 7. His air skill doesn't count. His performance makes it an 11. We have light clouds, which makes it a 10. safe landing, put him in recovery box. Okay, and then we have Manfred, an 11. He's going to be better as well. Okay, and our other 3 come up to here. Right, mission results. We get 1 MP for shooting down Tom. Yay! We also shot down a bomber. So let me check for bomber. Is 5, takes us up to 6. But our airfield was damaged and we lose 5, which leaves us with 1. So we will repair, I should say, Manfred. These 2 come back over. Manfred will come over next time. Oh, hang on a tick. I'm getting too far ahead of myself again. Post-mission, friendly ground offensive. Oops. Major attack pushes back enemy trenches and increases flight operations tempo. For the next mission, enemy trench lines are considered friendly for forced landing and there is no AA or ground fire. Add +1 to all flight events. Check die rolls over enemy territory. Okay, so we need to leave that there. So done. We can put that back there. So we spent our 1 point to get back to repair the Baron's aircraft. We go up to mission 8 and we get back Ernst, who is an ace at +4, which is good. Now we have to check for an airfield change. And we get a 6, which puts us down to airfield C. Righto. So we're at airfield C now. So I want to see if that is going to change us from the Brits to the French. So 1 to 4 will be the Brits. 5 to 6 will be the French. 1 to 4, we stay with the Brits. So our next mission, number 8, will be ground support with 6 fighters, which is all we've got. D3 targets in sectors F to H. Okay, so we're in the right spot. F, G, and H. We'll leave this down here so I can remember it. Pushes back enemy trenches, flight operation tempo. For the next mission, enemy trench lines are considered friendly for forced landings and there's no AA ground fire. Okay. Add +1 to all flight events. Check die rolls over enemy territory. Okay. Righto. So we need to remember that. So we have 6 fighters and our weather will be 3, which is light clouds. And our 6 fighters will be Eric and our 5 newbies. And that's everybody that we have. We can't get anybody new or anything else. And that is the end of the scramble. D3 ground targets in each of those. Ignore ground target result during flight event check. Okay. Done. So, we finished 7. We were lucky. And now it will be... I may as well leave it that way. You can see. And when we come back, we'll go into mission 8. Take care. Bye for now.